gonna set you guys down so I can finish. I got chicken coming out of the air fryer. I've got coffee going here, getting ready to roll. I'm not too far from Coalinga, California. Not in Coalinga, but I'm kind of in that area. This wide spot that's you get off the freeway. If you're northbound, you turn right on this road, and down there about a quarter mile or so, there's this wide spot on the side of the road, dirt area, where a lot of trucks like to park and take their breaks. And that's what I did. Oh yeah, coffee. Got to get my let's see if I can put you guys over here. You don't need that other view. Don't need that other view, that's for sure. Let me check on let's put you on live chat. Yeah. Let me grab my chicken out of the air fryer. It's reheated chicken, of course. And I am going to, my goal is to make it to Grants Pass tonight in Oregon. And then Newport, Oregon tomorrow morning. Tomorrow noonish, something like that. Yeah. So, chicken today, doing chicken. And then I have one more steak left in the refrigerator, and I'll either have to do a little fasting for the next day, or maybe I'll make it to a grocery store. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna put my chicken up front. Get everything set up for the run today. I'm running for the border, for the Oregon border. We'll be talking about crocheting stuff. Let's see. I'll set you guys up where you're supposed to be in a minute. I'll get you all set up on the, I'm going to set you right there. Yeah. Okay. Set you right there while I set you guys up on the visor. Get you secure with the hair ties. There's one. Where's the other one? There it is. Okay, I'll get you guys all secure. I can see people are in here. I just I don't know who it is. There we go. And I just want to say yesterday was my wedding anniversary. Good morning. Who do we got here? Oh, hi, Cindy and Carl Ann. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing, Cindy? Well, you've had some trials lately. There we go. Now we'll get you guys all set up where you're supposed to be, right there. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. There we go. It's good to see you guys this morning. Hi, Deb. Deb and I had dinner together on Sunday out there in Phoenix. That was wonderful. Thanks again, Deb. What was the name of that? Was it called The Habit? Is that the name of that place we went to? It was good. It was really good. Today I'm eating chicken. Today it's chicken. Let's get a little something going on here. That overhead light's a little bright, but that'll be changed out as soon as things get lighter out. And we'll... Hello, Pam! Yes, The Habit. It was really good. I'm happy you're here, Cindy. We have a lot to talk about today. A lot. We've got the spring square swap going on right now. people are sending me emails to join into that. We've got, I like talking about the greeting card, Cal, that Happy to Hook, our sweetie over at Happy to Hook is doing. I have the postcard design challenge. We have the scarf challenge going on. I'm getting ready to do the spring Yarny YouTube hop. We've got the Pacific Northwest Yarny Social happening in October. We have the Pacific Northwest Crochet Alaskan Crochet Cruise going on April 12th through the 19th of 2025. Rooms are, our cabins are being booked now. Whatever you guys are working on or whatever you've finished recently, please email me pics. Tell me all about it. And I'll share it out on the community tab. Yeah, we got all those things going on. Lots of links in the description box. Hopefully Nightbot will be engaging here soon. Somebody types in RPS, maybe he'll play rock, paper, scissors with you. I hope he's engaging this morning. A lot of people like to play that with him. I tried to do like a magic 8-ball kind of thing with him, but it's not working. Let's see, Cindy. Let's see if he engages with you. I hope so. Cancel that out. It's 6:05 here this morning. Having my coffee and my chicken. Nope, he's not engaging this morning. Shame on him. I don't know why. Maybe he will, and I've had lives before where he engages eventually. Nightbot is screwy. Screwy. Yeah, he's moody is what he is. Have a little chicken. Today's a chicken day. I might eat a rib steak later on and then fast tomorrow. We'll see what happens. We'll see how the day goes. What I'd like to do is go live for a sit and stitch tonight. Rod? Was that a mistype? What was that? RPS. I'm not sure he's engaging this morning. Maybe we scared him the other day. Chicken for breakfast. Yeah, I think I'm going to eat that rib steak later today and then maybe fast. Autocorrect. He's not, you guys scared him off the other day. Good morning, Nisi. Good morning, Nisi. Who wants to do a sit and stitch later today? When I get parked up in Grants Pass. Because I'm thinking about doing that, working on the squares. What I really want to work on is the Montana, but I got deadlines before that. It's still pretty dark out. Looks like it rained a little last night, so I definitely want to be able to see what the ground off to Pilates. Why can't I say that? Bye, Deb. 3:30, and that's mountain time, right? You're on Mountain Time, or are you on Pacific? I'm thinking you're Mountain Time. I probably won't go live before 5 o'clock. My time, that's 6 o'clock your time. Yeah. Of course, I always feel, excuse me, I am most creative and more productive in the mornings. And by the time I get shut down at night, it's like all my ambition is gone, right? All my motivation is gone. Because I've been driving all day. But I'm thinking I would really like to do a sit and stitch. What about you, Cindy? Are you on Central Time or are you on Eastern? Oh, there you go. There you go. There's also a book of motifs, which, is that an Edie Ekman book? I can't remember. I ended up just doing kind of, I use DuckDuckGo. I don't use Chrome on my phone. And it's the same search. It's just, they're not tracking me. Makes me feel better. But I did a search for, you know, crochet squares or something like that. And this Victorian square came up and I decided, what the heck? I've got some yarn that would go well with that. It's leftover yarn from the fruit garden blanket. So it's a DK cotton and bamboo. Fun to use. Fun to use. Waiting for some daylight. Oh, I gotta fix up my second cup of coffee here. Some Marigold. Some Element. Need to unplug my coffee pot. There we go. Okay. Shut that off. Put some Marigold in there. Give me some morning energy and clarity. That reminds me, I should take my vitamins right now. Kim will be in here asking me if I took my vitamins. I'd like to be able to say yes. I took my vitamins because I thought of you. So what am I taking? I'm taking Double X, the #1 vitamin supplement in the world, and some of the vitamin C. There's potent vitamin C's out there. I need to order some more vitamin C. Don't let me forget. I need to order more Double X. No, I think I got Double X up there, but I need to order more vitamin C and more calcium, magnesium for nighttime. This, one of these, one of my memory supplements. I think this helps me as I age. Gives me security. And my Double X. There. Vitamins. And then I got to start remembering to take my calcium, magnesium D at night. I've been forgetting that. Okay, here we go. supplements. Some water. I got water right there. I need another bottle of water for my run today. Coffee, 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 coffee. First thing I do in the morning when the alarm goes off is I plug this in, and then I start kind of moving around and I get ready to do my Bible study, and then I have my coffee ready when I do that. I make the bed, I get dressed, I move things around, make it all seaworthy, ship shape. Okay, everything is looking good back here for the run today. What have you been looking into? Let me see. Do you do intermittent? Yes, I do. Hi, Jill. Hello. Jill made it this morning, you guys. Right on. The Fiber Floozy's here. Good morning, Jill. Good to have you. We got quite an all-star group in the chat, that's for sure. Deb and Nisi and Cindy and Jill and all of you. I'm happy to see all of you. Yes, I have a lot of room in this rig. I live in here. And Pam's here, and Carl Ann's here. We got an all-star cast in the chat today, that's for sure. Yes, I have lots of room. And this is the upper bunk up here. There's no mattress up there, so I use it for storage. And I've got a full twin-size bed. And, yeah, OGs. Right? Bunch of OGs in here, that's for sure. I got a twin-size bed, I got a refrigerator, a Dometic refrigerator, a little countertop up above that, and then that microwave is a microwave air fryer convection oven. I use that air fryer like daily. Later on I'm going to cook a rib steak in there. On this side I have a closet that has a bar across for hanging clothes. I'm not hanging clothes in here. I'm not dressing that nice, but I do have like a locker shelf, wire shelf for a locker in there, and I've got all my coffee fixings in there and anything that I need at night. When I had a dog, that was the coffee and dog food cupboard. There are several cupboards in here that I use, a lot of them up high. There's a big shelf that goes around the top of the cab here. I got lots of stuff in there. I'm securing you guys in for this bumpy I-5 road because it runs along the San Andreas Fault. So there's a lot of cracks and road damage. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Chicken. Napkins. Lots of napkins. I'm gonna throw these glasses back there because I got I ended up having to put him down in September, Jill. He started attacking me. And at first I was working with a trainer, a friend of mine who is, you know, a specialist from Reno, and you know, trying to rehab him. But the second time, I mean, it was a knockout, drag out fight. both times, and it was over my food. And you know, what if it had been a kid, you know, and I didn't want to pass him on to someone else. And the nature of the attacks was just, it wasn't like, oh, I need to find some farmer who's lonely who can deal with it, which was a thought at one time. Find somebody who can deal with it and let them have the dog. But it became clear after the second attack that that was not going to work for him. It was not going to work for the dog. And I held him in my arms as he passed. It was a hard day. Good morning, Stab. Cool. Oh. It's hard. It is hard, you know. There's a lot of guilt, you know. My mind, was, you know, it immediately goes to, this is just, you know, human nature, I know. It was not my fault, but I felt like, you know, my mind immediately said, how did I fail him? So I deal with that. I fight with that. Because I don't think I did. But, I mean, he was like Jekyll and Hyde. You know, like I said, when he was passing and I was holding him, he was just crawling into my lap. You know, as soon as the fight was over, he just wanted to crawl into my lap. And that, you know, he was a loving dog. Ugh. Anyway, so I'm dogless at the moment. We'll see how that plays out. And I still play that game, Nisi, with Dooley. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Protecting himself. I still play that. I'll be going down the road and I'll look to, and I look to this, my little mini Dooley, and I think, how could I have prevented that tumor? How could I have prevented that mouth cancer to save him? But I don't know that I could have. And I do believe I made mistakes with him as far as his nutrition and stuff. Okay, Nisi. Oh, that was tough. And yesterday was my wedding anniversary. So yeah. No, I'm good today. I'm good today. I had a good chat with Robin yesterday before we went live on something that continually pops up for me. Well, occasionally pops up for me that is tough. You know, things that go on here on YouTube. And it felt good to let that out. And I feel good about that now. But it'll pop up again. Not everybody's kind, but I want to say like 99% of the YouTube crochet community, they're kind. No, yeah, and I have to stop myself from doing that. I have to say, okay, you know, yes, I made mistakes and I've learned from them, and use some of that new knowledge with Jack, but it wasn't my fault. It was not my fault. It was not my fault. I keep telling myself that. So Anyway, I'm going to get rid of these two. I think I'm just about ready to. I already did my pre-trip. I went out with a flashlight and did my pre-trip, but I got to clock it now. Pre-trip. There we go. There we go. Okay, so you guys are secured in. I got you plugged in. I'm going to have to do my radiation-free earphones, because I'm into that whole thing now. I try to stay away from wireless as much as possible. Oh, the sun is coming up. I got to get some sunlight in my eyes. All agricultural land. Oh, really? Into my, oh, wow. Oh, what a relief, Steph. I wonder if there's a weather issue that made them stop there. Or, you know, some kind of issue that made them all stop there. Or if that's normal. I miss driving through there, Nisi. I miss driving through Texas, Jill. I love driving through Texas. We got a guy in our company, he's pretty high up, who says, no, Texas is not truck friendly, blah, 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 blah. Really? Have you ever driven truck in Texas? So one guy got in trouble in Texas, and it snowballed on him. Well, anytime you get in trouble, legally is really easy for anything to snowball on you. Yeah, a lot of Walmarts are, Jill. Even though there'll be some sign that the city has put up, the manager of that store usually makes the call as to whether or not they're going to allow trucks to park there. And I, you know, there's a bunch of us out here screaming, if you don't leave garbage all over the place, we would have more Walmarts to park at, because it's convenient. We can park there for our, you know, to sleep, take our 30-minute break, whatever, and we can shop. We can stock up the fridge, which I need to do. I only have one meal left. I have one rib steak left in the refrigerator, and I'm going to eat that today, and then I'll probably fast tomorrow, because mostly because I won't have any food in the fridge. But I am not starving to death. I will choose to fast over stopping and getting something that isn't on my plan, which I had a really good dinner with Deb the other night. Yeah. So things are looking good out here. Now I just need to clock my pre-trip, and then I'll flip you guys around and we will head down the road. Chicken for breakfast. Something I forgot to do yesterday. Nobody reminded me. I count on you guys, you know, to put this, to post the spring. Oh, good deal, Jill. I'm carnivore, and I got so healthy in 2024. My doctor's like, just keep doing what you're doing. Anyway, I was supposed to repost under the community tab all the information for the spring square swap, but you can go there still and scroll back a week or two and see where I posted it before. And there should be links at the bottom of that posting to those cheap mailers that would be perfect for your 10-inch square. I think we have 7 or 8 people in the first group. As soon as we fill the first group to 12, we'll start another group. And we'll keep doing that until the end of March. And then you have until May 1st to get those mailed out. So spring square swap, the greeting card crochet along, I have linked. That's from Happy to Hook Creations. Check that out. Check that link out in the description box. Because that gave me the idea for the postcard design challenge, where you guys can send me a postcard, up to 1 postcard a day for the rest of the year, or, you know, do just 1 postcard, or just whenever you feel like it. Just make sure. Oh, okay. Spring square swap. Let's get back to the spring square swap. So you crochet 12 squares that need to be blocked out, so you stop short of 10 inches. You block them out to 10 inches so that the recipients don't have to block or anything. Everything gets blocked out to 10 inches. It can be any yarn, any weight, as long as it's not an animal fiber, because we have allergies in the community, right? So I'm using a DK bamboo and cotton, making a very drapey Victorian square. Robin's doing I think it's a 3-weight or a 4-weight worsted weight in a mitered square. Anyway, make 12 squares. You email me your name and mailing address and say you're in, and I will get you in a group. Crochet 12 squares. You're gonna mail out, when I send you the list in March of the group that you're on, you mail 1 square to each of the other people in your group. So you're going to mail out 11 squares. You're going to get 11 back. And then we're going to put our squares together for a spring friendship Afghan. They're going to be all different. We're going to have to fudge it. We're going to have to do all the things to join them. You can put a board around it. You can do whatever. And that is the spring square swap. You have until March 31st to tell me that you're in by emailing me your mailing address, and then starting in March I'll start sending out those mailing lists to, you know, let's say you're in group 1, I'll send you a list of group 1. You have until May 1st to get your squares mailed out, so there's plenty of time to do it. And when you're all done, you'll have what we're calling the spring friendship Afghan. That is the spring square swap. Hello, Yarning for a Smile. Good morning, good morning. And Jill, if you want to read all the things, if you want to read it, just email me asking for the information, and I will copy and paste the email back to you. Or you can scroll back on my community tab. I need to repost it so it's at the more towards the top. I think it's a week or so back. Good morning, Diana. Good morning, good morning. Okay, so that's the spring square swap. Several of us doing it. And each time I fill a group of 12 people, I'll start on another group. Now, we did the same thing with Christmas ornament swap in 23. And we got the cutest Christmas ornaments swapped out. Everybody, they were groups of 10, and we had like 7 groups. It was so cool. And you can join more than one group if you want. Just make it a different square for, you know, each group. You can do different colors within your group. Just make it the same square for that group. But let's say you joined 2 groups. You're in group 1 and 2. 2 different squares. So we can mix it up a little bit. So I'm working on those squares. And then there's the postcard design challenge, where People are to send me postcards as often as they wish, as long as they only send one per day. I don't want a stack of postcards sent to me, and I want each postcard to be different. Mail me a postcard with 1, your favorite yarn to work with, 2, your favorite kind of project to make with that yarn, and 3, some search terms so that I can look up those kinds of projects. And then at the end of the year, beginning next year, I'm gonna pick one of those postcards, and I'm gonna design a project, design a pattern based on what's on that postcard. And I'm gonna be shouting out everybody who sends me postcards. I can see by my informed delivery that I've got some in my P.O. box already. So P.O. Box 921, Emmett, Idaho 83617. There should be a thing down below. So that's the postcard design challenge going on. I'm probably going to go live around 5 p.m. Pacific, 5 or 6 p.m. Pacific tonight. We have the scarf challenge going on for January and February, where all it is crochet a scarf and donate it, because donations to these organizations go down, to 0 or almost 0 in January and February of every year, because everybody did all this in December. So that's the scarf challenge, and send me pictures of your scarves. There's the spring Yarny YouTube hop goes on. There's a link to some of that. That's from the Crafty Nomad. I'm working on something for that. The Pacific Northwest Yarny Social, October 3rd through 5th this year, you guys. Boise, Idaho. And it is going to be even bigger and better. That's it. Oh, and then we're having a cruise. April 12th through the 19th, 2025. Booking is going on now for an Alaskan cruise. It's a 7-day cruise. Bunch of crocheters are going. Knitters are going too. We're just calling it a crochet cruise. We didn't book the whole ship. But it's the Bliss, and it's everybody who's ever been on the Bliss, who's heard about this cruise, has said that's a great ship. And so it's 7 days up and back through Alaska. It's an Alaskan cruise. I am very excited about it. That's going on. I need to start posting more information on that. So those are some things going on here in the Yarny community. Okay, getting ready to roll, you guys. Gonna do my DVIR, because I already did my pre-trip. Did what I'm gonna do. Okay, and for the trailer, oh, gotcha. Okay. One more little chore. I'm going to flip you guys around. I think that's right here. I'm going to flip you guys around. One more little chore, and we are on the road, driving along the San Andreas Fault. How fun is that? Okay. So apparently Nightbot isn't going to engage this morning. That's too bad, because that's a lot of fun. He probably will tonight. If I go live tonight, and I'm thinking about having a guest on, so anybody who is interested in that, email me for a sit and stitch tonight up in Grants Pass, Oregon. It's kind of rainy and foggy this morning. It was beautiful clear skies yesterday, but this storm just came in, so yeah, we'll see what it's like going up over the Siskiyous, coming up out of Redding, California, and headed towards Oregon. We'll see. We will see. Okay. Chores are done. Just making sure all the curtains are tucked in. Everything's secure. I am ready to roll. Are you guys ready to roll? Put on your seatbelts. Safety glasses, water wings. It is nice here. I like being out in this agricultural part of California. Oh boy, there's even a thicker fog rolling in. Headed for the freeway. That is not going to be fun. Okay, we clocked it. Let's shut off lights. Shut that off. Okay. It's roomy. It is roomy. It's not very tight. Good morning, Ellen. I could probably have gone down a size, but I'm very happy with the one I got. I think there would be less adjusting of it if it was a little more form-fitting around me as I'm crocheting, because you know, sometimes it kind of slips out of position. So, you know, maybe I'll order one that's a little, you know, the next size down. Good morning, Kim. Okay. And as you guys can see, there's a big, thick fog. I mean, it is kind of foggy everywhere, but there's a big, thick line of fog there on the left that's getting ready to roll onto I-5. So, foggy this morning. Sure is a contrast. Yesterday was bright and beautiful. I drove up here from Phoenix yesterday. Spent 3 days in Phoenix. Okay, I'll roll up the window because that truck is noisy. This old truck is noisy. Headlights. It's a nursing pillow, Jill. Hi, Trudy. It's a nursing pillow, and it's kind of a crescent shape. I don't want to say horseshoe. It's more like crescent shaped, and it's very nice because the sides of it, I can rest my elbows on it when I'm crocheting, and then the front of it is big enough. It's kind of like, you know, a place to rest my wrists. So, and the project lays on the front of it there, right in front of my belly, and it makes crocheting a little healthier, you know, as far as posture and, you know, taking care of my wrists. And looks like a giant neck pillow. That's right, it does. And I think I have one linked in the description box. Yes, I'm pretty sure I do. It's linked down below. Okay, heading into the, you know, yeah, looks foggy. Is that guy taking a nap in his day cab? Probably. Looks like, oh no, he's outside doing something. Okay, here we go. Hammer down. Everybody, make sure your seatbelts are on. Chicken, chicken, chicken. Yes, it does look like a giant neck pillow. And it is linked down below. One of my Amazon links. Boy, they're flying by me today. Yeah, and it is nice. It's firm, you know. It's a great way to not feel, you know, the drag on my shoulders and my back. I feel like it helps me a lot with crocheting. On the road again. Yes, here we go. Trailers for sale or rent. Rooms to let, 50 cents. Who is that? Who is that, you guys? There's a little old trivia for you. Who recognizes that song? That's right. Yes, you guys. No, not John Denver. That was Roger Miller. King of the road, you guys. In junior high, I could play it on my flute. I haven't played a flute since. But Ellen, Nightbot is not engaging this morning. I don't know why. Maybe as I get into a better service area, he will. Or you guys scared him off last night. Or last time. Last time we went live, which was Saturday, with Kari. You guys, she is a natural. She is a natural on YouTube. And her live, her first live is linked down below. Talking about spinning. Ain't got no cigarettes. She is awesome. She is awesome. I've known her for several years. I believe I've known her since before I started YouTube. She came to our, she drove over from Napa to Emmett, where I was hosting these crochet get-togethers every week. That's where I met her. Yep, Jill and I remember. A lot of us here remember Roger Miller. Uh-oh. See this? Time to slow it down. It looks a lot clearer in the camera than it does in real life. No more cruise control. I could be a little late getting to Grants Pass. Hopefully I can make it to Grants Pass, because that'll set me up for heading over to Newport, Oregon tomorrow, and getting there in plenty of time to get unloaded. We got a viewer that I haven't seen or heard anything from for a long time, who is from Grants Pass. Her name was Kelly P. Haven't heard anything from her for quite a while. I hope she's okay. I think about her every time I drive through Grants Pass. And Medford. I have friends in Medford too. My husband, he wasn't born there, but he grew up and, you know, went to school. His family lives in the Medford area. oh, hang on. Okay, there we go. Now it's clear. Now it looks really good, but it looks like there's a big bank of fog going north and south off to my right. You guys can kind of see it up there, and it curves over to the west, so I might be running into that. I lost my trucker daddy, and oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's not convenient because my company isn't getting me there, you know, like when I hired on with this company. Yeah, P.O. Box 921, Emmett, Idaho 83617. Yeah, I have informed delivery so I can see what comes in, and they're not getting me there to get my mail. You know, I'd like to get my mail around once a month, check in at home, check in with everybody, see my church family. They're not getting me there. This company is really struggling right now. I'm very concerned about every day being told to shut it down and walk away, which has happened with trucking companies before. Drinking coffee and eating sunflower seeds. Yes, that is a thing with a lot of truck drivers. You know, and I think a lot of guys get into sunflower seeds to help them with, you know, to stop chewing, stop smoking, whatever. And plus, it's a thing to munch on something when we're driving, right? Yeah, I am thinking about getting one at the Jubit's truck stop because it's right. We share a fence. Our terminal, the company terminal, is right there by Jubit's. So I'm thinking about doing that. But you know what? I was talking to Robin about this yesterday. It wouldn't surprise me to find out that there is a faux, like you can get a faux P.O. box. Like if somebody, let's say it's P.O. Box 1000, Portland, Oregon. And if you guys mailed, you know, oh, hang on. Okay. Okay, can you guys hear me? I'll switch you around. This is bad right now. Whoo! Yeah. Let's turn on some hazards. I cannot see. I cannot see. We're talking 50 feet, you guys. Let's just pray that nobody hits me, that I don't hit anybody else. Holy cow. That was my DM calling, checking in on me. And then all of a sudden, we went from clear sky to about 50 feet. I'm doing 30 miles an hour. This is crazy. It's even accumulating on my windshield. Yeah. What was I talking about before I was so rudely interrupted by my job? I forget. That guy's going to go a little faster. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it is thick. Okay, it's starting to... Oh, I'm probably at 100 feet now again. So everybody's got their flashers on. That's good. I'm speeding up. Things are looking a little better. I'm liking this a little better. Whew, what was I talking about? I forget. P.O. boxes. So, let's say I got this online P.O. box. P.O. Box 100, Portland, Oregon. And what would happen is when you guys send in your postcards or whatever to that P.O. box, it doesn't actually go to a physical P.O. box. That it actually goes to my mom's address out in Oregon City. Because I don't want to be giving out a physical address, especially when I'm not there. If I was there personally, you know, not that big of a deal. But it's not my address, right? And I feel like Mom and Aunt Martha would be, you know, I'd be kind of setting them up. And I don't want to do that. Okay, here we go with the, gotta get some defrog going on. So is there a service that actually does that? That when someone mails to this virtual P.O. box, are there virtual P.O. boxes? And that it would actually go to the physical address that I have. Couldn't you just get a P.O. box? You know what? I don't want to pay $100 for a P.O. box. I'm already paying for a P.O. box. I want to do something cheaper. So, yeah, I could just do that, but I don't want to do that. Because the other thing is, if I had a physical P.O. box, like, I don't have any way to check it before it gets super full. No, I maintain residence in Idaho, and I need that P.O. box in Idaho to maintain. They have some kind of forwarding service, Ellen, is what I have noticed. But if there was a virtual P.O. box, and where all mail sent to that virtual P.O. box actually went to my mom's place, then that mail is there. It's home. It's not filling up a P.O. box. I'm still maintaining a residence in Idaho because I cannot afford Oregon. I don't know how anybody could. Okay, so we're good right now, but look, I'm heading into another bank of fog. Look at this. So, Kim, I mean, great ideas, and I have done that. I have had a P.O. box in Oregon City, and then I get in trouble with the post office there because it fills up, because I can't get to it. Now, the one in Idaho, the postmaster there, he's like, it is not a problem. They are not as busy of a post office as the Oregon City one. So they don't have a problem with stuff sitting for a month or so in like parcel lockers, you know, when I get packages in. They don't have a problem with that, but Oregon City does. Oh, and Bend, Oregon, that is like, that is a very, that is not some city out in the hills. That is, does it make sense? Yes, yes. So, yeah, I know. People are like, well, what's the problem? Just get another P.O. box. Some places have boxes based on addresses. Yeah, and see, I want an address that isn't actually a real address, but something that actually, if you know, like mailed your postcard design challenge postcards to, okay, Nisi, that they would actually go to the house instead of this virtual address. It seems like I've seen something out there before. But with the full-time RVers, the last time I checked into something like this, they were using these forwarding services that I think have become very efficient, very sophisticated since back in the day that I looked at them. But I haven't checked into this. I really want to, or you know, this might be a small business idea, you guys. I don't know how things like MailChimp or whatever that mail, that service that people use to mail stuff through the USPS, I don't know how they make their money, because they're charging the same rates, as far as I can tell, as the USPS. So I don't know how they're making money, but wouldn't this be a great business idea, so that your mailing address, even though you want your mail to come to your physical address, because we live out of town. We do not live within, you know, blocks or a half mile or a mile or so from the post office. We live out of town. So for us to go into town to check a P.O. box, I mean, we combine our trips. If shopping, you know, if anybody's going to the grocery store, we're usually checking with each other. Hey, I'm going to the store. Do you want to go with me? Do you want to give me a list? What do you need? You know, we combine our trips because we do not live close to town. And then there's like a mailbox place at the Jubit's truck stop. But you know, I don't always, when I get to Portland, I'm usually just dropping and hooking and, you know, grabbing another trailer and leaving. I don't have time to go check a P.O. box. But if everything would go to the house via a virtual address, it would be super convenient for me, because Mom just stacks up my mail and packages in one spot, and it's safe. It's out of it, you know. I'm not filling up all the parcel boxes at a post office. Yeah, so it seems like that would be. And that would also be I would think that would be much cheaper than, you know, $96 for a post office box, a physical box. But yeah, I definitely need to maintain that P.O. box in Idaho. I have a physical address, which is, again, out of town there in Idaho. So I don't want packages going out there because I can't get out there to pick up my mail. But the post office in town, you know, I usually find ways to drop the trailer and bobtail over to the post office to clean out my mailbox, clean out the parcel boxes, and that maintains my residency in Idaho. Plus my bumpy. My motorhome is registered in Idaho. I just got done getting my my new tags for the motorhome. Oh, weather alert, Washington I-90 light snow, status pass, chains, status pass, is that Snoqualmie? I've never heard of status pass, but maybe that's a thing. Chains required. Oregon I-84 light snow in areas, bare and wet pavement. Pendleton, US 26 chains required. Oh wait, bare and wet past Pendleton, period. US 26 chains required over Mount Hood, snowing heavy. I-5 south, still bare and wet, be safe. Okay. Renew your tabs, renew my, I don't know, I can't see that far. Anyway, that's what I would like to find, is a virtual address that actually sends my mail to the physical address of my mom's house. Because I get home to mom's way more often than I make it into Idaho. I need to download my tax forms and forward those on to my accountant in Idaho. Oh, see, some people call them tabs. We call them tags with a G. But I noticed that Robin calls them tabs. Traveling mailbox. Okay, there's something I need to check out. So it's like a virtual address that actually will send my mail to the house. Because I don't want anybody knowing where the house is. It's not my house. If it was my house, I'd have it set up so that they'd be sorry they showed up. But it's not my place. Oh, yeah, I don't need that. I just need a virtual address that will physically send my mail to the house. I don't want them to keep the mail for any reason. Oh, here we go again. More fog. I just want a virtual, non-physical address to share out that actually sends my mail to the house. I'll have to check that out later. And if I do, when I go live tonight, I'll talk about it. And we'll see what the cost is. Yep, time to turn my hazards back on. Come on over, Bubba. Yeah, I will check them out. Thank you, Jill. Yeah, any suggestions of places I can check out? And I think my search term would be virtual mailing address. Wouldn't that be a great business to get into? It's a business idea if there isn't one out there. Dang, I need some air. It's getting hot in here. Okay, Night, come on over, buddy. Yep, see, he thanked me. Basic plan, $15 a month. Welcome back, Cindy. I'll have to look that up. That's 180. Yeah. That's what I was just thinking. Okay, we're back to drying off the windshield. There we go. Had to do it with cool air because I was starting to sweat. Come on around, buddy. He's not using his flashers, and in my opinion, he's going too fast for conditions. Yes, it's clear on this one little stretch of about a half a mile, but then we're going right back into the fog. So that's my opinion, and I'm the only one with an opinion out here. Virtual mailbox, really? Okay. And that's what I'm thinking. Virtual mailbox, something that, you know, it just doesn't give away our location there in Oregon City. Yes. Okay, we're good. We're clear now. Let's get back up to 60 while we can, because I am trying to make Grants Pass tonight. Well, first I got to go to Lodi for fuel. I'm going to top off the fuel. I topped off DEF yesterday in, I don't know how to pronounce it. Maybe Jill, you might know. Tonopah, Arizona, Tonopah. Oh, Paula's on the way to the doctor's. It's in Arizona, of course. I know you're not in Arizona, but maybe you've heard that mentioned more times than I have. I've only seen it on a sign. Tonopah. Okay. With the emphasis in the middle there, the accent in the middle. Tonopah. Or is it on the end? Anyway, that's where I was yesterday morning. I got fuel and death. And now I'm almost down to 3/4 of it. Well, I'm just below 3/4 of a tank. I'm almost to 5/8, but I'm going to top off when I get to Lodi because, oh, at the end, Tonapa. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go again. Back in the fog. Get the GPS going. Where to? We're going to Lodi.
Continue on I-5.
Continue on I-5. Where are we going? New map. Oh yeah, we got it set up for $6.99 a month. Okay, that's better. That is much better. So that's that's $48 for 6 months versus, you know, like 90 some dollars for 6 months. I'll check those out. Talk about it in the sit and stitch tonight. As long as I'm not completely wiped out when I get parked, I should be fine. I really want to crochet. I want to crochet. Yeah, virtual mailbox. Okay. That sounds like it's what I'm looking for. Because that way I don't have to give out my mom's address. Earth mail, is that what that says? Earth mail? We'll have to see. Oh, thank you guys for doing these searches. I appreciate it. Guys, take care of me. Sorry, Earth class mail. Okay. Wheelchair. Oh. Oh, we're on the San Andreas fault now. Hello. Makes it hard to read the chat. Oh, look at this. We're clearing up. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's get over on this side. Get the tires on the white line. Here we go. Woo! Everybody better have your seatbelts on and your reflective safety vests and your water wings. Blah, blah. Hang on, hang on. Well, it's right in front of me, so it's just an eye glance. It's not something, I'm not like staring at the text, right? It's an eye glance. But sometimes, depending on how the light is or the fact that everything's shaking right now, or traffic is heavy, or the chat goes by too fast, I'm not going to stare at it or bring it. But which U.S. state are you currently? Oh, I'm in California. Blah, blah, blah. On the San Andreas fault. Apparently that's what tears up the road right here, which is and according to DOT, I'm doing everything legally. It's legal for me to go live like this. It's legal for me to glance over at the chat as long as I continue to scan. Driving truck, we're not just sitting here staring at the pavement. We are scanning. Yeah, there's nothing dreams. Yeah, I don't dream in California. It's a nightmare. It's more like California nightmare. Ugh. Yeah, driving truck in California is not a happy day. I mean, California is beautiful. Like, I'm looking at these trees, the orchard on the left there, it is starting to, there are blooms on that tree, on those trees in that orchard. There's agricultural land right and left of me here, and it's February, so there's a carpet of green grass. California is beautiful. There is no doubt about it. But driving truck in California is a nightmare. I'm gonna get over because there's somebody on the shoulder. Yeah, it is a nightmare legally, and I hate driving in California. Hate it. Although there's a lot of eye candy, especially in this spot. Yeah, wonderful, beautiful paradise. I disagree, but there are many opinions about California. I don't like it politically, I don't like it legally, but I tell you what, there's a US Highway 6 that goes across California. It runs east and west. And going through some of those valleys, there's absolutely no cell service there. But it is heartbreaking to me that it is so, I love those valleys. I think they're beautiful. They are nothing but like hay fields and cow pastures just down in these little valleys in the mountains, in between the mountains there. Okay, Oregon, that is too close to be pulling over in front of a truck. Shame on you. We're talking 60 feet. That guy pulled in front of me 60 feet. Not smart, especially in your tiny little two-seater. I'm past Bakersfield. I went through Bakersfield yesterday. I'm north of it. And I always think about the Yarn Hag Ryan, because we love our Yarn Hag Ryan, right? Yeah, it was I believe it's a US Highway 6. It's a narrow two-lane, well, maybe it's a California, it's a state Highway 6. I don't know. But it comes across from Nevada, and it is just, those little valleys are just heartbreakingly beautiful. I mean, I didn't know that kind of California existed. I knew there were beautiful places like this, with the orchards and the pastures, especially in the spring when it's all greened up like this. And the desert is gorgeous. I came across the desert yesterday from Phoenix, and there was a purple carpet of flowers down towards the Palm Desert. Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. I love the desert when it blooms. It's crazy beautiful. I even appreciate the desert, like in August. It's all pretty much the same color, but I love looking at it. Today, 100. Oh, no. I have 100 miles to get fuel. I haven't checked to see how far it is to get to my shutting down spot. It's hours and hours. It's going to be like 6 o'clock this evening before I get shut down. To frog or not to frog, that is a personal choice. It sounds like it. Sounds like it, Jill. Maybe I need to give Jill a blue dress. Sounds like we're spamming or fishing or something. That's what it sounds like to me. Okay, Jill, let's see if you turn blue. Okay, yeah. Jill, I just gave her own personal customized blue dress. See, this is beautiful here. Even with all the tumbleweeds along the edges, I think this is Highway 6 to... Bishop. Yes. Yes, that is what I was talking about. There are some valleys in there that just, they just make my heart hurt. They're so beautiful and so remote. I mean, I have absolutely no cell service in there for an hour or two. I don't remember how long. I've only been through there twice and I love it. Okay, I'll have to check that out, Kim. Thank you. And by the way, you guys, Kim's not yelling at me. She's helping me so that I can visually grab that as I'm scanning, you know, my windshield, my mirrors. I can glance at the chat. That she's not yelling at me. She's helping me. Looks like we're coming into a foggy area again. Oh yeah, I'm gonna kick off the cruise. I'm gonna let Mr. I floor it everywhere I go pass me. There you go, buddy. You got plenty of room. He's gonna ignore me. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, Ellen. See, Ellen's got a pretty blue dress too. Yes, yes, Kim is not yelling at me. She's getting my attention. Goodbye, Bernard. Have a great day. Yeah, I almost felt like he was trying to pinpoint my location for some reason. Did you guys get that feeling? There was something ulterior going on there. That's just the kind of the sense that I got. Not that I always get the correct, you know, insight, but that's kind of, yep, that's what I got. That's what I got out of that. I'm like, okay. Yeah, definitely was doing that. Oh, here we go. Look, guess who's back? Oh, guess who's back? Let's get rid of that guy. Let's give him a good whack. Wacka wacka. Okay, I made it to Los Banos. I don't know how to pronounce that. B-A-N-O-S. Is that Banos? Is there kind of a Y sound in there? We're getting closer. Thrombosis threats and move around. I still have you on the big screen. Yeah. Thank you, Kim. Yeah, I don't, you know, and I don't have a problem with people coming in who really give us a sense that they are not yarny people. I have absolutely no problem with that, as long as they have no problem with us talking about yarn, or true crime, or whatever it is Jill's doing, or Cindy and her updates, or, you know, Nisi traveling, you know, home from Montana or to Montana. And, you know, I don't have a problem with people not being crocheters or any kind of, you know, yarny people. But that guy sounds like he's, something's not right there. Something's definitely off. You know, Miguel, he shows his chickens, but also Miguel's a crocheter, right? You know, and a lot of people, at first were like, who is this person, and why is this person following us around on crochet channels? Why not? Same with there's another one, Freaky Geek. I think Freaky Geek crochets, but whether they do or not, they're just kind of thank you you guys. They're just, you know, I feel like they're part of our community. Some people got really nervous. It's tough to judge, isn't it? But there was definitely something off about that one. So I appreciate you guys taking action. It could have been a hacked account, yeah. We've seen that happen in our crochet community. Who was it who did the reborn dolls? Haven't seen her in a while. I want to say her name was Lori, who did the reborns a lot. She's a crocheter. She did a lot of the reborns. She did a lot of things on her channel. And she got hacked. Like somebody took over her account and she couldn't get it back. And she had to start another channel. I'm trying to think who that was. Why does the name escape me? She was a pretty big part of our community for quite a while. Duh, Dana. You know, there's a lot of people we haven't heard from. Little D at Yarn Dragon Creations. Paige, I think Paige was in the Norman, Oklahoma area. Yeah, it's absolutely. We take care of each other, right? Most of us here in the Yarny community do. We do take care of each other. We don't always make it to each other's channels. Like, you know, I don't always, you know, get on to watch Cindy's videos or Jill's or Cindy's or Nisi's. Springs, you know, Robin and I were just talking about, geez, I haven't seen, both of us were saying to the other, you know, I haven't seen one of your videos in weeks, you know, because life, you know, life. But we're very in tune to the fact that, okay, you know, we do see notifications with your titles, you know, we do see something. We just get busy. I'm driving truck, Robin's running a business. On top of that, she has 2 jobs, 3 jobs, something like that. So she is working in multiple arenas. She was doing like DoorDash kind of, you know, Grubhub kind of stuff. I forgot about that. Hi, Mary. I forgot about her doing that kind of stuff. Oh, another thing what they were doing, you know, that that program that a lot of cities have where you can you you rent a scooter, an electric scooter, and then you just leave it wherever because they're all GPS tracked. Her and Mister were running around, like they would take it just like a half a day, and they would run around and they would go pick up all the scooters, and then they would plug them in because you're supposed to charge them before you take them back to their stations. So they were doing that, and you know what, I think her craft show kind of things have kind of taken over from those, those delivery side jobs, side hustles. And just thinking out loud and making an assumption, I would think that I would enjoy crocheting for a craft show much more than I would enjoy picking up scooters, bringing them back, plugging them in, using your own electricity, and then delivering them to their stations, or doing Grubhub or DoorDash for people. To me, us being creatives, I would think that, crocheting for a craft show would be more, or making earrings for a craft show would be a more fun pastime than doing all that running around using your own fuel and all the things, wear and tear on your vehicle. Even though she drives a Honda, and I'm sorry, but I think Hondas are pretty dang impressive. I have driven Hondas. My first car was a Honda CVCC, looked like a little red shoe. Then I had a Honda Accord LX, like a 1980, I think it was an 81 model hatchback. That thing had over 350,000 miles. When I moved on to CRX, it was the SI. Oh, we had a little spin. We had a little spin right there. Internet access isn't all that, cell service isn't all that great out here. But anyway, yeah, so Robin was doing that stuff, and I just realized that I haven't heard about her doing that stuff for a while, and I'm guessing it's because she got into the craft shows and her time was taken up, making all the things, craft shows. And I think that even though I don't think I would enjoy doing craft shows. Okay, are we back? Are we back? It's clear right here, but it looks like we're headed for another fog bank. Are we back? Can you hear me? Yeah, I don't think I would enjoy joints. Pumping out a bunch of crochet, earrings, all the beautiful things that she puts on in her craft shows. Okay, cool. Thank you, you guys. I don't think I would enjoy that. I think some people live for it. I mean, look at Stephanie Hoffer. I mean, that's what she does. She does that, and she crochets for her family. So, what a horrible existence, right? Not. What a lovely way to spend your days. I prefer, to me, obviously, even if I was in truck, if I was retired and traveling around in a remodeled Lazy Days classic motorhome, that's what I hope for. That's where my crochet realm is. But other people like to pump out a whole bunch of projects, and I know that I'm slower than most. Even the busy, other busy people who are just as busy, if not busier than I am, I know that I get even less completed. But I'm okay with that. I'm more methodical in my crochet. To me, it's all about the process and not about being done and moving on. There are times that I'm like, oh, I'm so sick of this project. I'm ready to be done and move on. But That doesn't happen very often with me. I like the process. And I do get some smaller items done. They usually don't make it into the public realm. You know, little things that I get done for us, you know, maybe for somebody in the family, maybe a dishcloth or something. But mostly what you guys see are the bigger things, you know, the things that do have to do with YouTube, like the Tina's Montana blanket. Oh, it makes my heart ache thinking about, you know, getting back to that, picking that. I'm so glad I got to work on it within the last couple days. But my two biggest deadlines I'm working on right now are the Noah scarf, which you could see in the thumbnail. You know, I am working on the border. I'm trying to decide how to do that border. I haven't nailed down exactly what I'm going to do with the border. And also the spring Yarny YouTube hop from the Crafty Nomad. There's a playlist link down below so you guys can see how that works. Spring Yarny YouTube hop. My goal is to be able to participate in all 4 Yarny YouTube hops this year, and I probably won't do it next year. You know, because I move on. I have other things to do that I want to do. But, like, I still want to do the 2-sided twisted granny brick. Say that 10 times fast. There is yarn on the hoof. Yarn on the hoof. I don't know if you guys can see that on the right side of the road. There is a whole line of yarn on the hoof. Oh no, that's not sheep. Those are goats. And they're not Angoras. I don't know what kind of goats those are. Wow, look at them all. I've never seen that many goats at once. That's a big herd of goats. The only thing I know about goats is that trying to contain goats is like trying to contain water or herd butterflies. You got to have good fences. I mean, good fences for goats. And a little herd of babies is like watching a little pan of Mexican jumping beans. You remember those beans that would boing, boing, boing? That's what baby goats are like. Boing, 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 boing. They're fun to watch. I could just get mesmerized just sitting there watching them all day. Boing, 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 boing. You don't even see a buildup of energy before they boing, before they do a jump. It's like it comes out of nowhere. It's almost like they were yanked up with a piece of rope. They're amazing to watch. Okay, I made it to the Santanella exit. Rotten Robbies. I haven't been on the road very long today. Quite a mixture of, like, there's sunlight. We've got a low cloud cover right here. The pavement's wet. I better get over. But the mountains to my west, you can see there's a break in the clouds. The sun is shining on those mountains and they are green. Everything is green. And then to the right, there's an even lower, darker cloud cover. Here comes the way station, you guys, but it is closed. No cup holder party for you. Another thing is these orchards on either side. There's a carpet of green. Yep, I got the bypass. There's a carpet of green grass all through the orchard, and the trees are starting to blossom. Lots to look at. And those flowers, they make me think of an embroidery project I worked on once. I used to be a member of the Embroiderers Guild in Colorado Springs. Yep, I got the bypass. Whoop, whoop. Of course, I'm so light. I'm carrying, you guys would not believe what I'm carrying. Brand new empty beer cans. My load weighs less than 6,000 pounds. I am flying. So I'm taking these beer cans to a brewery. Yeah. I'm taking these beer cans to a brewery over on the coast. I hate when guys do this. It's like, I got over to let you in. Now don't leave me hang. And then they speed. That is the protocol. If someone gets over to let you in, you back off and you let them come back over into your lane. And if you're going faster, then you come around. That is the protocol, and that's how it's been for decades. He did let me over once he saw my turn signal. It's like, oh, don't! But this me first mentality out here just, drives me nuts. Good chicken. That was good chicken for breakfast. And later on I'll cook that rib steak, and that'll be it for my food. For a day or so. A little bit of fasting going on. I could use a good fast because I cheated on Sunday night. But it was worth it. I went out to dinner with Deb in Phoenix. It was totally worth it. She was good. She shamed me pretty much by ordering a lettuce wrapped burger. I went ahead and had the sourdough bread for my burger because I love me some sourdough. Growing up, I was telling Deb this at dinner. My stepmom always had sourdough starter going on top of the fridge. She made bread, muffins, biscuits, pancakes, and waffles out of sourdough. And I tell you, sourdough pancakes are, for me, are the best. They were the best pancakes ever, like on the planet. There was no better pancake than that sourdough pancake. I could eat them plain. Of course, I can eat regular pancakes plain. I can just sit here, roll them up like a burrito and just munch on them. Not good for me. Not good for me. Had homemade sourdough pancakes Sunday. Oh my goodness, Ellen! Okay, that's it. Everybody climb aboard. We are heading east. I want Ellen's sourdough pancakes. Let's go. Road trip. Road trip to Ellen's. I'm sure you've got room for all of us, right, Ellen? Oh yes, it's very pretty through here. I like this. I like pastures. I like seeing the cattle in the pastures, especially this time of year when it's also green. Happy to have yours. Always room. Okay. We're on our way. Everybody load up, strap into the seatbelts. Let's go. Helmets and safety glasses. It's such a nice morning. See, if I was traveling retired and traveling the country in my Lazy Days yarn bus, I probably wouldn't drive until noon. I'd drive for like 3 or 4 hours. I wouldn't get very far. Because in the mornings, I've got Bible study, I've got crochet, I've got breakfast, I got all the things I want to do. And then 11 or 12, I would probably drive. I'd do a video or two in the morning, probably go live in the afternoons. Bring your slippers and a warm sweater. Oh! Wow! We'll stay warm. No, I loved seeing some of the trim and decor in your house, Ellen. I love it. I love it. If I was ever to have a brand new house built, it would be a combination of a timber frame in a craftsman style. Timber frame, craftsman. I would have, my kitchen would look very unfitted, like a 1920s, 1925-ish kitchen. There would not be a single thing that had stainless steel on it. I cannot stand stainless steel in a kitchen. I'm constantly wiping the fingerprints off of it. I would have what looks like a freestanding cabinet that would actually be the refrigerator. The stove would be a modified, either an old cook stove, converted to gas, or a 1930s-ish era gas stove. I would have, like Ellen, I was looking at the trim, like the casings around your openings, and I would have the big wide wood casings, trimmings around. The floorboards would all be big, wide, solid, dark wood with a neutral, color on the walls. That real craftsman style. An ornate, mantle, wood mantle. Oh my goodness. The pantry, and the main entrance would be this like the wood floors might actually be a wood looking tile with a drain in the middle of it, because the walk-in area, the entrance would actually come off the parking area, whether it's a underground or indoor garage or whatever. When you walk in, there's actually built-ins for with a bench, hall tree kind of thing, but only big built-in kind of thing. Stop traffic ahead. What the heck? Don't slow me down. 1930s or earlier stove. Yes, you can use them as a fireplace. But anyway, you're walking into basically it is a combination mudroom bathroom, because you know you got to have a place to go to the bathroom, or sometimes coming in after working with cattle, you need to hop in a shower. And also the laundry room, like this area, the entryway is not going to be right lane closed ahead. Okay, I'm back over. Is not going to be an entry, like a foyer, nothing like that. It is literally a landing place with laundry, the laundry room right there, you know, a dresser full of clean clothes or some robes in case you know, your clothes are muddy. You know, you take a shower, then you can walk in the, I'm going to call it a living room, central room. This room is not separate from a kitchen area. This will have a wall-mounted, you know, sink, the old style with the faucet actually coming out of the tile in the wall, maybe on a piece of furniture, old style. And I want it all to look unfinished. And instead of a island or bar area, this is going to be, and not even a kitchen table, this is going to be what used to be called like a work table. And the work table will be designed, you know, like it's big enough to house, oh dude, what did you do? You went off the edge? Oh my goodness, you guys, they got a crane pulling this thing off the edge. There is probably a 60-80 foot drop off the right edge of this road, and that truck over there, oh my goodness, they've got a crane holding him up. I don't know how far off he went. Oh, I hope he made it. Oh, what a mess. Oh, I hope he's okay. Anyway, it's basically, you're walking into the mudroom. It is a bathroom, laundry room area where coats are being stored, where the laundry gets done. And the reason why I say, you know, those faux wood actual tiles with a drain in the floor is so that all that dirt can be washed away through the drain. Not big rocks, of course. We'll sweep those up, but you know, the gravel that sticks to you. But you know, when you're living, you know, on a cattle ranch or a, you know, quarter horse ranch, you're going to come in and you're going to be filthy because you know, care for those animals don't take a snow day or a holiday off. They are a 24/7 operation that you have to constantly be aware of. So yeah, mudroom, bathroom, laundry room, all in one. Very, you know, I want it to be done in dark wood, built-in kind of stuff. And I want all of that to look like 1920s-ish. Somewhere early 20th century design. I want it to be pleasing when you come in, but I also want it to be useful. And then you walk into what is, you know, what are you going to call it? A living room, a great room? It is the main room of the house, and there is no separation between kitchen and the, you know, living area. Probably a TV, but that, and we're not talking big screen. We're talking a TV hidden inside a built-in. A lot of built-in shelves, cupboards, a lot of those double hung windows, all of that kind of thing. Built-in desk areas, you know, and little corners where, you know, you can sit and work on something either on your laptop or on, you know, a crochet item where you can see outside. You have plenty of, you know, the foot, you know, posturing kind of stuff, whether you kick your feet up or whether you set it, you plant your feet on a stool or something, and you have armrests kind of stuff. And you know, like the way the nursing pillow helps me to crochet, and I can sit and watch the cows, or I can sit and watch a, you know, YouTube tutorial. That all the main level of that house. And that table, the table in the middle of the room can be raised and lowered. You know, it can be lowered for a sit-down dinner, but it can be raised to be used as a work table rather than have an island. That's my vision anyway. You can tell I've spent many miles thinking and designing my house, if I ever get it. Who knows? God willing, I'll have that house someday. But, you know, in my, you know, my dream may change. Because when I was younger, I thought I wanted to be rich. I wanted to be a network marketing millionaire. I mean, this is ridiculous, you guys. Network marketing millionaire with a 5,000 square foot log home. Are you kidding me? I have lived in log homes. You not only have the regular upkeep and maintenance of a 5,000 square foot home, but the upkeep and maintenance added to that with a log home? Heck no. I don't want that. I don't want that. I love them. I love the Timberline Lodge. I have fond memories of spending time in the Timberline Lodge. I love visiting other people's log homes. I think they're beautiful. They're amazing pieces of you know, engineering. I just nope, not for me. But I do like the look of a timber frame, which does not have quite the maintenance and upkeep as a regular log home. Whew, it's getting warm. Somebody turn on the AC. Whew. Now I got it blowing. It kind of steamed up the windshield. Ah, gotta make it into Oregon today, and I'm still in middle California. But I'm only an hour away from my fuel stop. So I'm going to give us a little under an hour left on the live. What do you think of that? What is everybody working on? What's everybody doing? Send me pictures. What is this guy doing? 57 miles an hour and you're empty. Oh, well, I'm not going to try to pass him because we do have a line of trucks in front of him. So what's the point, right? Then I got to speed to get past everybody in the line, and I risk getting a ticket. Don't be fighting what? You don't like fighting carpenter bees or carpenter beetles? Oh, for a log home. Yeah. Well, I guess, you know, in a timber frame, it can be treated the way the timbers get treated. I believe you don't have that kind of problem. And yeah, you might have to retreat it every 5, 10, 20 years. I don't know. But not like a log home. Oh, for crying out loud. All the things that you got to watch out for with a log home. Oh, not into it. They're beautiful, but, you know, my tastes have changed. And I am so much more into a craftsman style, like a California bungalow craftsman style. I love that. I'm not really into the prairie arts and crafts, that very horizontal, linear look. I think they're beautiful. I think those are great looking houses. It's just not, you know, it's not where my heart is. Where I like Doc Brown's mansion. Now, I don't want a house that big, for crying out loud. No, no, no. No, no, no. Don't want that. But Doc Brown, that house, what do they call that? That mansion in the Southern California that they used for Back to the Future, Doc Brown, the Brown mansion. in the movie. I can't remember the name of that mansion, but that house is wrapped around shawl. What about a wrapped around shawl? Oh, porch. I bet you meant porch. Yes, I do like the idea of a porch. On the days I can sit outside and crochet and look at the cows. Can you tell I plan on being planted right in the middle of a cow pasture? Wrapped around sweater shawl. Is that what you're working on? Wrapped around sweater shawl. I just saw something like that in my YouTube, you know, like suggestion feed. I just saw something about the sweater shawl. Is that what you're working on? You got to send me pictures of your progress. Yes. I want to see pictures of your progress on that, because I have seen that going around YouTube. I see things like that and it's like, no, 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 la, la, la. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. My scorched earth list is already long enough. La, 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 la. Going through a tunnel. When Robin's on vacation, like on a cruise, and she has internet access, she's like sending all she, you know, she's either crocheting and looking at the sites, or she's scrolling through crochet, you know, patterns on the internet, and then she's sending them to me. Here's one that you need to add to your list. Oh, look, another piece for you to do. Something else to add to your list on my hook. Okay, cool. Starting seeds for my garden. Oh, how nice. So what do you usually plant, Ellen? I used to start tomatoes in my house and then move them out. I did, you know, container gardening out on my deck. Before that, I created raised beds, like raised 12 by 12 square beds out in, because I had such a large lawn. I had a huge lawn, and instead of, you know, just designating one side of it to garden, I did these very randomly placed 12 by 12 raised square gardening beds for gardening. But then, before I really completed that project, I kind of got into container gardening, and I was growing potatoes and tomatoes and onions and lettuce. And one time I had this raised area off of the dining. I had this little dining nook. Tomatoes, basil, potatoes, peppers, onions. Cool. Gonna try leeks. Okay. I had this raised area. This that had a big aspen tree planted in it, and it was raised up about 3-4 feet higher than the lawn, and it was right underneath like my dining area window. And I had planted some lettuce there. I thought it would be safe. And then I let Spunky out on the lawn because the pasture was just depleted, and I didn't have a lawnmower yet. We had just bought the house. I'd done all this stuff, but I hadn't taken time to go find myself a good used lawnmower. But like I said, that lawn was huge. So, and it was all fenced in. So I let Spunky and the other horses out onto the lawn. And I look out, and this one Dash for Cash gelding, I can't remember his name, he's out there next to the aspen tree. He is up on that raised area, and he's eating my lettuce. And I'm like, well, I don't like salads anyway. You plant your peas, okay. During the new moon, so you follow new moon phases, like the old Farmer's Almanac talks about, and The Firefox, is that what that series of books is called? Firefox? Wildfire? I think they're the Firefox books. Yeah, people used to plant according to moon phases. A little bit? Cool, yeah. Yep, and there he was. I think it wasn't Renzo. Renzo was the Paso Fino. He was so stinking cute. It was the other gals. I had some friends were boarding the horses with me. She had this big Dash for Cash bay gelding. And he was out there standing in my dining window eating my lettuce. I'm like, well, I hope you like that. And then I would get up early in the morning. Like I'd get up back then I thought 5 a.m. was early. It is pretty early, but I'd get up at 5 a.m. before Wayne got up or before, anything in the world was really happening. And I'd go sit at that dining room table and I'd do my Bible study all by, just me. I was the only one moving around in the house. And I would look to my left, like 12 inches to my left is the glass. And at less than an inch on the other side of the glass are Spunky's eyeballs. My gelding staring at me going, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me. It's like you have a manicured, what used to be a manicured green lawn to eat from, and you're staring at me because you want a little flake of alfalfa. That was out in Elizabeth, Colorado. We had these, it was an area, what was that area called? I can't remember. I was on Morgan Trail. Anyway, there were all these 5-acre places out there on dirt roads, and we had that was our first place. We had this little 5-acre place with a barn and a really big round pen and what used to be an outdoor arena, which had been grown over into pasture, and had our horses out there, and it was a cute little A-frame. Dang, that was a cute little A-frame. Ugh. Our purchase price on that place was like $125,000. This was back in 2007, right? And Mom and I drove by it like in 2000, I want to say 18, and it was a rundown, uncared for shack. Man, these people they are just not bright when it comes to traffic and the flow of traffic. Anyway, it was a rundown shack, and I looked up the price on it later on. It was a $400,000 place. That's how much the cost of living has gone up in Colorado since 2013. And things there. It is ridiculous. I want to go back to that region to retire, but I don't think it's going to be the state of Colorado. Because oh my goodness, the Bijou Basin, I love that area, but no, it's ridiculous. Ugh. Oh, quit beeping at me. You're just a beeping nag. She just beeps and nags. So yeah, maybe 5 or 6 tonight I'll go live. Maybe someone would like to be a guest. Email me if you're interested. To do a sit and stitch for about an hour. Dang it. Why? Okay. You guys, see. Guy in front of me is doing 59. I can do 59. I can do that. Oh, but he is crawling right up that flatbed's DOT bumper. So let's see, how fast is the flatbed going? 58. I'll be crawling up his DOT bumper next. I want to until I can get around him, and hopefully I won't run across a hidden CHP somewhere who's hungry for truck drivers. I don't know why an empty flatbed is going so slow. Maybe he's conserving fuel, saving money on fuel. I don't get it. I don't understand this. He's got 2 license plates on his flatbed. One is from Oregon, the other one's from Maine. No, one is from Alaska. The other one is from Maine. Those Alaska plates look a lot like Oregon plates. Oh, and then they speed up when they see a woman catching up to them. Idiots. Idiots. It's such a challenge. Yes, same everywhere. And then, this is something that was kind of touched on yesterday in the live. When men find out that I'm not interested in dating. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Tammy. Hi, Tammy. It's like, challenge accepted. No. No. It's not a challenge. It is not a challenge. Come on, you. Go, go, go. It is not a challenge. You are not going to be the one and only magical man that's going to change my mind and think, oh, but I want to date that one. They cannot accept the fact that yes, I'm straight. No, I don't want to date. I don't need a man in my life. I don't want a man in my life. Why would I complicate my independence? I am independent. I am not driven by the same forces you are driven by. Why cannot men get that? I am not driven by the same thing they are driven by. And most women are not driven by the same thing they are driven by. Some women probably are, a few. I think some women pretend to be so that they can be more attractive to men. But I'm not pretending. I am not challenging. I am not interested. I am content making my own decisions. It doesn't mean that there isn't somebody out there who would be perfect, but anytime a guy hears that I'm not dating, they think they are the one. Every single one of them, they think, oh, I could change your mind because this is what you want. If you say so. You just continue in that delusion. Because there's no way on earth it is possible for a woman to be content being single, making her own money, doing her own thing. That is not physically possible in this world, according to them. Oh. And the words, I'm not interested in you, they don't get that. That's like, what? Is she speaking Klingon? I don't get that. Because that is not possible. Don't want ya. Don't need ya. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. We can be independent. We can be very content and comfortable being alone, comfortable in our own skin. Very comfortable being alone. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to drive truck. And to me, a total nightmare in my job would be having to be a team driver. That would be a complete nightmare to me. having to share my space with somebody. No. I want to make my own messes and vacuum my own floor and make my own bed and eat my own food. Yeah. Yep. Yep. But there are men out there who just can't get their heads around it. There's a friend of mine that I used to work with at May Trucking Company. He now works for an even bigger carrier. He's out east somewhere. Every once in a while, he reveals himself in a conversation. And he'll say something really stupid like, oh, you need a man. Really? Really, Kenny? I need a man? I need some really mature, intelligent truck driver like you? No, I don't. Not gonna do it. Yeah, I don't want to share my stuff. And quite honestly, God bless my husband, but I've never found a man who is worthy of giving my life to. I mean, I thought my husband was, and it doesn't matter now because I loved him. I still love him very much. He was my husband. And we had a less than fairy tale type marriage. It was terrible because neither one of us knew what we were doing. But I love that man for who he is. I chose him as my husband and I accepted him warts and all. And he accepted me warts and all when we decided to get married. And to me, that's your commitment. But I look around now and it's like, you know, I don't see anybody I would trust giving my life to. Because that's what it amounts to. You give your lives to each other.
2.25 miles. Keep right on I-5.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We're going to head towards Stockton. And any of you men listening out there, that is not a challenge. The last thing that is going to make me respect you is you trying to change my mind. If that man exists, he will present himself to me. And if he doesn't, I'm perfectly happy not having a complicated life. I love the simplicity of my life. Love it. What are we coming up on here? Oh, that's a rest area. Is that rest area open? Wait a minute. That one on the southbound side, I thought that was the one that was closed. Maybe not. I don't know. One of these on the southbound side has been closed for months. Dang it, I got something itching in my eye, and my eye is all red. I got one red eye and one clear eye. Ugh. Yeah, that's the one. I guess it's open now. That thing's been closed for months. Got all their work done. Okay, so here I got to kind of hang to the right. If I went straight, I would be, I think that's the, I forget what that is. But that would cut me up to the 205. And if I went west, turn left on 205, I would head towards the Bay Area. That's the 505, or no, the 580 that goes towards Tracy and San Francisco. But I'm going to hang to the right and head towards Sacramento. Stay on I-5. We're going to get up here by Modesto and we're going to wave at a couple people, okay? K. We're going to wave as we go by. Some of you may or may not remember Nicole from Addicted to Yarn. She hasn't uploaded a lot for a while. She's gone through some family things. But she's thinking about doing it again, last I heard. I connect with her in a couple of groups on Facebook. Plus, we're friends on Facebook. Plus, I've met her. Dooley and I have met her. Dooley loves her. And Dooley is very discerning. Always was. Nikki Boo. Addicted to yarn is all lowercase, all one word, and 2 is the number 2. Addicted to yarn. That's her Yahoo account. That's her YouTube channel. I know, I'm still a Yahoo person. I still have Yahoo email. Haven't checked it for a while. I don't even know. Did they close down? I know they still have Yahoo email. They still have it. Because someone recently, I think somebody in the in one of the ornament exchange groups had a Yahoo email account. My husband, before Yahoo became Yahoo, it was Rocket Mail. And my husband's first, he had a Rocket Mail account, the bomb dog at rocketmail.com, before it got switched to yahoo.com. That was my husband, Wayne T. the Bomb Dog Bernhardt. I'm kind of proud of him. For all the trouble we had in our marriage, I'm still very proud of him and who he was. Yesterday was our wedding anniversary. I know. Why? Why? Yes, I can do all of that, Tammy. That's right. I can do what I want when I want. Yeah, there's only one man I yield to, and he is deity. So he's worthy. Okay, we're coming in. Everybody wave. We're going by the Modesto exit. We're waving at Nicole from Addicted to Yarn. Okay, thank you, Kim. Everybody wave at Nicole from Addicted to Yarn. And then on the other side of the freeway, we're waving to Angela, one of our great viewers. Nicole, Angela, Nicole. We're waving as we go by. Oh, hang on, everybody. Hang on. Here's another one. Okay. I swear those overpasses are going to just crumble and fall in one of these days. Ah. Waving. Kim's waving. There's a little hobby ranch over there. Little hobby ranch over here. I love these little hobby ranches. They're so cute. Cute. And then back to the orchards. The bloomin' orchards. There's flowers blooming out there. Those look like, from a distance, going by at 60 miles an hour, they almost look like cherry blossoms, but it's a little early for cherries to start blooming. That usually happens around March, April, pretty much, because I grew up in the Dalles, Oregon, nicknamed Cherry City. Even my grandfather had a huge cherry orchard out there. Lots of cherry orchards around the Dalles. And yeah, we would have the cherry blossom festival, I think around April or May. And then in June and July is when the cherries would start to come on. So I think it's a little early for cherry blossoms. Ooh, what are those? Pecans? Those are big trees. Those are huge. What does this say? Oh, it's a political poster. You know, like in Washington State, you go by these fields, these farms, and usually there's signs on the freeway that says what they're growing. I wish they would do that more in California. It seems like in a couple, maybe one or two places I've actually seen signs of what they're growing. What is that? I mean, that one is really blooming out. Way more than the others. I want to know what they're growing. Huh. I want to know what's growing in that field that looks like maybe alfalfa. And then I want to know what is growing on these trees and these orchards. Sometimes I can tell when they're further along, but I can't tell right now. And some of those trees are huge. Okay, there's the Tracy exit. Little trucking company down there, or little truck parking place. Looks like somebody's private trucking company. Is that growing on those trees? I don't know. It's like the blooms are falling off of these trees and some kind of fruit is coming on, but I don't know what it is. Huh. Weird. See, I grew up around orchards and hay fields and cattle ranches and horse ranches. Had my own little horse ranch there for a while. Ugh. So those things, like one of my driver mentors, one of the guys that was training me with May Trucking Company, we were driving south through Northern California. He goes, "There's nothing out here." And I said, "No, everything is out here. Everything. This is production right here. These are cattle pastures. That grass is a commodity. So are the cattle. So is the cattle that feed off of that grass. That cattle feeds us. This is commerce. This is business right here. This is everything. This is life right here." But he grew up in kind of the tough side of Sacramento. That was his life growing up. So. I get it. It's hard for him to see that. It's hard for me to look at the workings of a city and see something positive. I know, on the surface that yes, this is commerce, this is business, this is life. This is how life is lived here. But in my mind, it all starts out here. This is where our lives start because our food is grown out here. And this is business. This is commerce. And that's just where my heart is in the agriculture. It's hard for me to get my head around the fact that there are people who have never driven on a dirt road in their life. Not that there's, it's not that there's something wrong with them. It's hard for me to get to see that, to picture what that life is like, because that's not my life. So it's hard for me to see that other side. See, these trees are a lot smaller. Those other ones are way more mature, much older trees. Quezon Road, Tracy. There's another Tracy exit. I've picked up and delivered a lot in the Tracy area. There's a lot of light industrial out there. And I can see the 205 coming in from the Bay Area now. That'll be a very, very congested spot. Got to pay attention to that. Yep, I can see them coming in up there. Full speed. How many of you here, since my mind is on mosaics, I know I ramble off on subjects, but how many of you here, I'm sure a couple of you at least have done mosaic projects. If you have, tell me what kind of mosaic projects you have done, what you'd like to do, or, you know, you're just, you know, it doesn't, either you're concerned that it would be too hard or it just doesn't spark you. Tell me your thoughts on mosaic, your experience with mosaic overlay crochet. Well, even if you've done the other kind, the inlay, let me know. Because this is my year for the big mosaic, queen size blanket. Oh, that's a cute house. There's some cute places out here. I want to hear all about your thoughts and your experience on mosaic crochet. Now, I've never done the inlay. I've seen lots of videos on it. I'm sure, you know, the fact that I can handle the overlay, I shouldn't say it like that. It is the easiest thing. It is so easy. The Montana blanket, is it mosaic crochet? No, mosaic knitting blanket. Okay, you do a lot of knitting. I know that you seem to be, my impression of you is that there are probably a few more knitting projects going on. Me neither. One, but do what? Neither one. Oh, okay. But do want to try sometime. Well, and this is my year for doing a big mosaic project. Most mosaic, too busy for me, not my style. Okay, this one with Tina's mosaic is just like a repeat of stitches, you know, the same repeat of stitches. Each row, you know, I'm going to repeat, I'm going to do so many single crochets, and then I'm going to do so many double crochets, and then I'm going to repeat that over and over and over again to the end of the row. And then it's a different number of, you know, in the repeats between the singles and the doubles on the next row. And it is so easy. And I love the rhythm of it, the cadence of it. You can do a lot of, you know, like the whole premise that the Noah's blanket is done, or the Noah's scarf is done with more crochet than knitting. Oh, really? Okay, so I get the wrong impression. But I don't show the little things. Yes, washcloths and stuff. Oh, I get you. Yeah, I don't show everything I make. The little things. Exactly. That's what I was saying earlier. I don't show all the little things. Because to me, my heart's with the big things, and it's the process. It's not about getting done, even though I am super proud when I am done with those things. But that's a part of my life going into that, and I enjoy the process. And this mosaic, yeah, I can definitely watch TV and do it. And when I found a mistake on one row the other night, you know, the next day, it took me 2 minutes to fix that mistake. 2 minutes. And now I'm well beyond it. It's a distant memory. That's a great thing about mosaic. I don't have to rip back a bunch of rows to, you know, to that exact mistake. You know, you only have to go back like an inch or two on a row before, and you're at it, and your life. So nice. And I'm getting ready to design a mug mat using, I'm hoping to use Dishy cotton, 2 colors of Dishy cotton, and I want this to be a workshop at the Pacific Northwest Yarny Social. I love mug mats and mug rugs. And I'm gonna do it in a mosaic style. Easy peasy. Pumpkin squeezy. I just made that up myself. What the hell is pumpkin cheesy? I don't know. I just made that up. Pumpkin cheesy. Oh, here's our, is this Roth? Yeah, I think this is Roth. Is this Roth Road? No, yeah. No, it's not. Here, we're coming up on the Lathrop. Yeah. We went by Louise. I think that's close to where Angela lives. And we went past the 120, and that's down by where Nicole lives, somewhere over there. Oh, we're coming up on Louise. And Joe's Travel Plaza. I've never been in there. I've looked at it, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of parking there. Nope. Nope, that is not a parking place. That is for fuel only. Holy cow. No. No wonder I don't ever go in there. That is not for parking. You get fuel and get out. Oh, that coffee is good. I love my coffee. I love my coffee. Harley Davidson. Yeah, so I'm designing a mug mat. I'm going to design I'll probably do maybe a diamond design. I want to do something fairly modern in 2 colors so that it'll, you can match the colors, and a lot of people are into modern decor in their house, and I mean, I'm not, but I want to, make it something anyone can use either on their coffee table, their end table, to protect it, when you're sitting there with a glass of something. So it's not going to be huge, but it's going to be bigger than a mug rug. Maybe 8 by 10. I'm thinking of an 8 by 10 size. And there's not going to be a border on it. Sharp Depot, Roth Road. That's where I met up with Nicole a few years back when I had my Dooley, and she got to meet Dooley, and Dooley said, "I like her, Mama. I like her." Dooley doesn't like many people. He's very picky. He tolerates everybody, but because he's a tolerating dog. Working on squares for the swap and granny squares for Jada and Stitch's Cal. Okay. She has a Cal every year, doesn't she? And of course the fruit garden. I'm determined to get it finished by spring. Oh, I'm excited about that. I am so excited about that. I love that you're still working on it. I think you're the only one left still working on it. I don't know that Robin will ever finish hers. She might still be determined to finish it. I don't know. It might be something she's kind of feeling like, which I get. I got lots of projects like that. But it is such a beautiful pattern. It is amazing. Me too. It's only been, a year? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think I started it, over a year ago. But it's a big project. It is a part of your life, and I think that's something to be super proud of. Oh, for crying out loud, we got a flat tire. Nobody's letting me over. Quit driving on it, dude. Don't even try to get to a tire shop. It is not going to happen. You're going to ruin that rim. You will cost yourself more money by trying to get yourself to a tire shop than just pulling over and calling the tire shop and paying for that road trip. I know it's expensive. It is super expensive. Hopefully your insurance would cover it. I don't do AAA because my insurance covers everything that AAA covers. What are you doing? Why are you pulling over, Prius? You don't have a flat. No good reason to pull over and cause everybody to shift. It's not just a thing to pull over on the shoulder. Just don't do it. Just get someplace more safe, because you could get nailed, you could get killed, and then all of us have to shift over. Vintage yarn that is put together, pieces that oh, cool. Oh, you were just gifted a Sophie's book. My goodness, that is amazing. Have any of you ever done one of the Hooked on Sunshine mandala blankets? That is awesome. What an awesome gift. Hooked on Sunshine blankets are amazing. They are absolutely amazing. And they're a mandala like the Sophie's Universe, and then there's a Charlotte blanket. But that that Vanessa at hookedonsunshine.co, that is, I would love to do a mandala. Oh, you should try, that hookedonsunshine.co website. Of course, the Phoenix and the Ardith, those are paid blankets, but there are also free ones on there. So whatever, catches your eye. I did the Ardith and the Phoenix, and she always makes such a story. There's such a huge story behind every blanket that she does, and then Ardith was born, and then the Phoenix rose from all that kind of stuff. Hello, Market Express. What are you doing? Did you spend the night there? You silly, silly driver. Yep, he's got his curtains pulled. He spent the night there. We could get a ticket, easy. But if he doesn't get a ticket, good for him. Oh, vintage yarns, yes. I like anything. How many of you watch just vintage crochet on YouTube? Corinna, I'm raising my hand. Raise your hand if you watch Corinna. Just vintage crochet. I love it. I love it. I love watching those mystery crochet patterns that her son kind of randomizes for her, and she has to figure out the pattern without any pictures, or he blocks out where it says what the piece is, so she doesn't know what she's making. And these are very old, back in the day kind of written vintage patterns that she has to try to interpret into a modern pattern and figure it out. And sometimes she gets it, she nails it, and other times she fails. And it is so cool to watch her work that out. I listened to it going down the road. And I learned so much about vintage, you know, and how patterns were written, you know, according to what era, you know, what time period they were written, whether it's the 1840s or 1890s or 1910s, and how she can tell that whether or not it is a US in US terms, or whether it's in UK terms, or whether it's just in weird terms. Yeah. Made by Brunswick. Okay. Brunswick Worsted Mills. I have that. I think I have that referenced in one of my vintage books. My Weldon's book. South Carolina. That's all the info. Oh, cool. I think I have some, that worsted, that first name you mentioned, I think I have that referenced in my Weldon's crochet book, where they took all these Weldon's publications from the UK, like back from, late 1800s, early 19, you know, 17th or 18th and, or 19th and 20th centuries, all these patterns from these publications, and they're all put into this book, and I have that book. It's a very expensive, very hard to find book. And it references, you know, a lot of the different, you know, the way yarns were referred to back then. I don't think I have any of that vintage yarn. Oh. It is the coolest book. It's back in the yarn bus. I don't have it with me because the cover fell apart. The cover fell off of it. Okay, here comes CHP, you guys. There he goes. Oh, that's Stockton Police. Everybody look busy. Don't look him in the eye. Don't make any sudden moves or attract attention. He gone. He gone. I find that the police in this part of the world have, in my experience, have been poor examples of driving behavior. Yeah. Poor examples. I'm not impressed. Okay, we're going through Stockton, California. Okay, Walmart, you're gonna get in, you're gonna tuck in right in front of me, doing 55. Okie dokie. I'll just get behind you. When I do make it to the Oregon border, I can bump it up to 64, 65-ish. So I can make up a little bit of time once I get up there. But, you know, I try not to lose too much time in California. It is hard not to because we're so restricted here. And it is not safe. It is not safe to have the trucks and the cars going different speeds. That is a recipe for disaster, and it gets proven over and over and over again. On so many levels, that is wrong. And it has nothing to do with we have the right to go the same speed of, you know, car. That is not it. It's unsafe for so many different reasons. It's ridiculous. We should all be doing 65 in California, if that's what they want us at. Where in other states it's 70 and 80. It was 75 in Arizona. It's 80 in Utah. I think parts of Nevada. It's 80 in Wyoming. And nobody's getting into each other because of, you know, different speeds. In Wyoming, they get into each other for weather conditions, but that's a whole different thing. No, we're all getting into each other cars and trucks alike in California because there is such a difference in the speeds we're going. And what's required of us is different. Oh, that is cool. That's very cool, Kim. Whew, it's getting hot. I gotta run the AC. We're almost to Lodi. We're like 10 miles out, so yeah, I'll probably cook my steak while I'm there and get on down the road. I'll have the steak cooking while I'm fueling up. And then we will be hitting the road. I will be. Come on. People don't know how to merge. They have no idea how to merge. No clue. You think the whole world needs to stop, hit the brakes, move over for you? That is not how it works, and that screws up the flow of traffic. Get your spot. When you've got all this room in front of this truck, you know, there are different rules when it's heavy traffic, but he had a quarter mile ahead of me and expected me to hit the brakes and disrupt the flow of traffic for him. And then they get angry and they start flipping me the bird because I didn't disrupt all the flow of traffic for that one car to get in when you had room, lots of room. Most of the time I find that people who are merging, they are not looking in their mirrors. Their head is not on a swivel. They are not looking at traffic. They're staring straight ahead, or most of the time, they're staring at their phones. They're staring down. They're not even looking up. And then all of a sudden, there's an 80,000-pound weapon 2 feet from their nose. Pay attention, people. Like here, you know, these people, you know, traffic is slow enough here. Well, that, you know, crossing over 3 lanes with no turn signal, no, you're an idiot. People don't even know how to change lanes. But they got out ahead. They got, like this car, here we go. You know, Honda CRV, moving. Now, I don't know if he's I think that one's trying to exit. But if someone was trying to merge onto the freeway, yeah, you get out ahead. You either get out ahead or you come in behind. You slow down and come in behind and then go around. Had a behind the wheel teacher tell my daughter he could believe her head was on that swivel. Huh. I'm not sure I could read that. Yeah, get that head on a swivel. Bumpy, bumpy, bumpy. She was looking over her shoulder to merge. And he was approving or he was disapproving. She was looking over her shoulder to merge. That's exactly what she should be doing. And you've got to make a decision. Are you going to get ahead of that truck or those cars, or are you going to come in, are you going to slow down and come in behind them in an open spot and come around? I'm not sure I get that. You don't like cars moving too slow? called patience. I can't tell. Often moving too slow. I'm not sure what your point is. I don't get it. He was surprised. Oh, he was surprised. Yes. And you have to make a decision. You know, are you going to slow down and come in from behind, or are you going to speed up and get way, you know, so that you're not disrupting the flow when there's room. It's different when there's a lot of traffic, you know, you're in a slowdown situation, and that's a whole different thing that nobody knows how to handle. But moving too slow, like when you're merging, when you've decided to merge in and you're moving too slow, that is so dangerous. And I think that's what you're referring to, Steph. You know, when they go to merge in and they're going too slow, that is just, you know, if you want to go that slow, then come in from behind, period, where it's safer. Because merging in slowly and not being up to speed, and you want this 80,000 pound weapon to slam on their brakes for you, guess what? You're going to end up in the ditch. You're going to end up flat. And my truck will hardly feel a thing. Rant. I get, you know, and I get worse. I get so disgusted driving in California and dealing with what these idiots think, they honestly think is good driving. They honestly believe that. That's how delusional these people are. And it shows me what the average human nature, by their driving behavior, I can see what their human nature is, and I am not impressed. We're not talking about good people here. I don't have a problem sitting up here and telling people you're a bad person, and I can tell by your driving attitude. It's disappointing to see, you know, what the world is like. It is so disappointing. Almost to Lodi, where I can take a few minutes, get some fuel, and then head on up to Oregon. And hopefully I'll see you guys when I go live tonight. Hopefully somebody wants to be a guest during the sit and stitch. And if anybody would like to do that, you know, send me an email. Let's do this. We had a great, sit and stitch with Kari on Saturday night. Oh my goodness, she is amazing. You know, if this is something that she decides she wants to put, you know, a concentrated effort into, she is going to do well on YouTube.
To California 12, then take the first right.
So if you guys want to go check out the replay of Kari's live, that is linked in the description box. Please check out all the other links in the description box. If anything, you know, like the Yarny YouTube hop, the greeting card cow from Happy to Hook. Check that out, the greeting card cow. Check out all those links in the description box. Check out Robin's Finish It Friday. She's got a sock in there that I just love. Check it all out. What time tonight? I'm thinking 5 or 6-ish. I'm shooting for 5 p.m. Pacific. Might not be till 6, depends on how much slowdown I get going over the Siskiyous, trying to get into Oregon, north of Redding. We'll see. We'll see. Should be fun. I have enjoyed just driving along, rattling off everything that came to mind, ranting and loving all the things. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope I see you later tonight. Okay? Okay, I love you guys. Bye.